Today in Cloud Gaming News, we're going to be taking a look at the latest games to arrive on Google Stadia, as well as a brand new Stadia Pro game for Pro members to claim, but we're going to begin by taking a look at the newest games arriving to Xbox Cloud Gaming. There are a total of 6 games coming soon with Cloud Gaming support, and those are the following: EA Skate, Farming Simulator 22, Floppy Nights, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Pac-Man Museum, and Umurangi Special Edition. In addition to these titles, 6 other games will be available for console and PC. Those include Little Witch in the Woods, Sniper Elite 5, and exclusive to PC Gamepass only, Cricket 22, Shipbreaker, Her Story, and Vampire Survivors. The biggest cloud-enabled highlight for me has to be Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's the perfect title for anyone who's a fan of Jurassic Park and management-style games like Zoo Tycoon. Imagine that, but with dinosaurs and a lot more risk involved. Now, I do gotta say that I'm a little bit disappointed to see that Sniper Elite 5, a day 1 release on Game Pass, won't actually be enabled with cloud gaming. As of right now, we know that that game is not arriving on Google Stadia, so I would hope to see it somewhere, especially since I would love to play the game on the cloud, but we'll see what comes of it. While that covers the latest games arriving to Xbox Game Pass and those with cloud-enabled support, that's not all the XCloud news we have to share. 11 more games are getting specific Xbox Touch controls added. This is great for anyone who plays on a mobile device. Those 11 titles are A Memoir Blue, Contrast, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Anniversary Edition, Yuden Chronicle Rising, Far Changing Tides, Kentucky Route Zero, Loot River, Paradise Killer, Tainted Grail Conquest, Townscaper, and Visage. Seeing more games arrive with Xbox Touch controls seriously improves the overall experience, especially when they tailor those touch controls for a mobile device. It's really good to see Xbox pushing this initiative, and I hope to see more cloud gaming platforms follow suit. Lastly, there are a list of games leaving Game Pass on May 31st, and those titles include EA Sports NHL 20, Farming Simulator 19, Knockout City, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Spellforce 3 Soul Harvest, Superhot Mind Control Delete, and Yes Your Grace. As always, if you want to buy the game and keep it forever, you can use your membership discount to save up to 20% on each title. For those wondering, EA Sports NHL 20 will be leaving more than likely due to licensing issues, and Knockout City will be turning into a free-to-play title. Let me know what Game Pass game you're looking forward to most out of what was announced today. Myself, I'll be playing EA Skate to give myself a bit of a nostalgia trip of the good old days when I used to play that game way back in the day. But now, let's move over to the Google Stadia news of the day, of which there are quite a few topics we need to discuss. First up is the release of a brand new Stadia Pro game for every Pro member to claim, and it's a pretty good one because it's City Skylines. I can tell you right now that this is a fantastic city builder where you can easily sink hundreds of hours into. It's probably the best one to be released in a very long time. Any SimCity fan should certainly check it out, and I'm really glad to see it launch directly into Stadia Pro. Worth pointing out is that the Stadia Pro version does include the After Dark DLC, which is available as a separate purchase on other platforms, as well as the free Match Day DLC that was also added a while back. Now, I do need to point out one important detail. The version of City Skylines on Stadia is a console port. That means visually speaking, the game isn't as impressive as the PC counterpart, and the overall UI is built around the controller. If you're a PC gamer primarily and have played this on the PC in the past, it might take some adjustment time to get used to. It still works relatively well, but I really wish that they added some way to switch the UI based on your input device. In addition to City Skylines, Farcry Primal finally arrives on Google Stadia after being rumored for quite some time. This entry will take you all the way back to the Stone Age, where it's full of danger and adventure. You'll be playing as Takar, a seasoned hunter, and the last surviving member of your group. Your one and only goal is to survive in a world where you are the prey. Now, I will admit this is an older title being brought over, and it is a part of the Ubisoft Plus subscription, so if you're subscribed, definitely check it out. I haven't played it myself, so I can't really rank it within the Far Cry franchise, but I have heard good things of it. It's certainly the one that tried to be the most different from the rest. Some other quick updates surrounding games on Stadia that you should know is 9 to 5 is now leaving early access with a 1.0 update. This includes a new map, game modes, weapons, armor, extended level progression, new events and exciting rewards, and a ton of fixes and improvements. Once again, this title is fully free to play. And speaking of free to play, next weekend from May 26th through May 31st, Dawn of the Monsters will be having a free Play Days event. It'll also be available on sale for those who want to buy it to keep it forever. Lastly, Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle will be on sale on May 22nd to celebrate Pac-Man's 40th birthday. It'll be 50% off, so if you're interested in that title, now's a great time to pick it up. Do note that there is a free 30-minute trial if you want to check it out for yourself before buying. Now there is one more bit of Stadia news I want to talk about in this video, as an interesting conversation just took place over on Twitter. It was between Stadia community member Consigno and Tim Sweeney from Epic Games himself. He stated the following as clarification: "For your information, we give the PC game streaming services like GeForce Now and Shadow permission to stream Fortnite, etc. and don't seek a fee from them. Stadia could do the same if they ran off the Windows version, but currently it's Linux plus proprietary Google APIs. I gotta admit, it's pretty neat to see that he replied and he laid out exactly what's preventing them from wanting to port the game over to Stadia. I think it's important that people remember that Fortnite and other games from Epic like it are live service titles. While it's not impossible to bring those games over, it would cost money to constantly be updating them over and over again. In my opinion, it's probably the upkeep cost of those updates that really prevents these games from being brought over. It might be the exact same reason why we're not seeing game updates on a regular basis from other titles that have already arrived on Stadia as well. While Tim Sweeney does state that he does provide the games to other services in the cloud for free because they run on the Windows version, something tells me Google would actually need to add some sort of Windows support or pay for those upkeep costs, which I doubt they want to do, especially with how often Fortnite actually updates. Seriously, that game is constantly updating. Regardless, securing any of the Epic Games free-to-play titles, even the upcoming Fall Guys, would be a huge deal for Stadia because those games are widely popular. Now before we wrap things up, I do actually have one piece of general cloud gaming news I want to cover here right at the end, and that's the fact that gamespot.com has just opened a cloud gaming page. Now when you go under the games tab, you will see a cloud gaming option at the very bottom. Yes, it's at the bottom, but hey, this is better than it was before. Now I know some people might not get what's so exciting about this, but to see a big major gaming news site like gamespot.com actually cover cloud gaming is a step in the right direction. It's been a long time coming, and cloud gaming has been ridiculed a lot by news coverage in the past, but more and more it's becoming a topic of conversation regardless of where you play, be it Xbox, PlayStation, Stadia, GeForce Now, or any others. Xbox recently listed just how many people are actually playing on the cloud, and that number is extremely impressive, so much so that they're expanding very quickly. And this is all without reaching some of the biggest markets that will definitely benefit from the cloud. I fully expect more major news sites in the gaming industry to start covering the very same subject, and I can't wait to see it happen. For many of us who've been playing in the cloud for the longest time, this is the perfect validation. For way too long, people have refused to believe that this is a viable option, but the more and more people get their hands on it, be it through Game Pass Ultimate, PlayStation Plus, or any other cloud gaming service, the better it's gonna get for everybody playing in the cloud, as more and more publishers will hop on board. Either way, that wraps up all the cloud gaming news of the day. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well. As always, this has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.